Once upon a time, EbGames was the place every gamer knew. A physical gateway into new worlds, consoles, and collectibles. Midnight releases, game swaps, and merch hunts, all under one roof. But by January 2026, the final announcement came: EbGames New Zealand was shutting its doors for good. What happened? How did a giant of gaming retail go from thriving to total shutdown? This is the story, from beginning to end. The rise and fall of EbGames, and why it finally closed its doors. To understand why EbGames closed, first we need to understand why it mattered. For years, EbGames wasn't just a shop. It was a ritual. Gamers would save for weeks to afford the newest PlayStation or Xbox title. Midnight launches drew crowds that wrapped around malls. There were tournaments, posters, demo kiosks, and a sense of belonging. When online gaming was still young, physical stores ruled the landscape. If you wanted a game, you went to EbGames. If you wanted to trade in, it was the only mainstream option. And for many players, it was practically the heart of gaming culture. But beneath the nostalgia, cracks began forming, slowly at first. The gaming industry was changing. Not just what we played, but how we bought, stored, and consumed games. PlayStation Store, Xbox Marketplace, Steam, Nintendo eShop. Games were becoming files, not discs. No more cases. No more shelves. No more need to travel anywhere to get them. By the mid-2010s, digital purchases were growing every year. And for EbGames, that meant fewer impulse buys, fewer pre-orders, and fewer customers through the doors. Gamers loved convenience, and digital was instant. No out-of-stock issues, no queues, no driving. Just click, install, play. And let's be honest, in gaming, time matters. Then came the online retail revolution. Amazon, TradeMe, Mighty Ape, The Warehouse, all fighting for stock, collectibles, and console bundles. EbGames was no longer the only place with the good stuff, and price wars squeezed margins thinner and thinner. In business, change can be survived if the numbers stay strong. But for EbGames New Zealand, the numbers did not. The company saw a dramatic drop in revenue, over 31% year-on-year. Losses climbed into the millions. At the same time, costs went the other direction. Mall rents rose, staffing costs increased, foot traffic dropped, stock became riskier to hold, and with fewer physical game sales, trade-ins couldn't make up the difference anymore. Behind closed doors, EbGames in New Zealand was fighting a losing battle. Employees reported changes. Fewer pre-orders, reduced stock shipments, delayed deliveries, uncertainty about the future. Even customers noticed shelves thinning. By early January 2026, management sent a letter to staff. It stated a proposal: every EbGames store in New Zealand, all 38 of them, would close. The National Distribution Centre would close as well. Hundreds of jobs were at risk. No rescue deals. No merger. No backdoor buyer. In mid-January, the worst fears became reality. EbGames officially confirmed its New Zealand shutdown. A final date was set, January 31, 2026. Customers were told to use gift cards and wrap up pre-orders. Staff were told stores would clear out remaining stock, then go dark. For gamers, it felt surreal. A store that had shaped childhoods and early adulthood was disappearing in real time. The last midnight launch had already happened. The final trade-ins were being processed. The neon lights would soon flicker out. EbGames didn't fail because gamers stopped gaming. Gaming is bigger than ever. It failed because the battlefield moved, and the business model didn't move fast enough. Digital replaced physical, online replaced in-person, convenience replaced ritual, subscriptions replaced discs, cloud gaming is emerging, retail costs swallowed margins. In short, EbGames was built for a world that no longer exists. And yet, despite the closure, EbGames leaves behind something valuable: memories, moments, community. The excitement of holding a new game in your hands on release day, not just downloading it. EbGames may have lost the retail war, but it helped define gaming culture for an entire generation. And that is a legacy digital storefronts can't replace. So when the final store shut its doors on January 31st, 2026, it wasn't just the end of a company. It was the end of an era. Goodbye, EbGames.